when you haven't separated yourself from your old ways of thinking, when you haven't changed a lot of the inner dialogue that's going on. And what I mean by that is, if you're not working on the inner stories that you're telling yourself, about your life, about who you are, about what you do in life, about what you're willing to do, the things that you're not willing to do, there has to be positive discrimination in your life. You have to figure out for yourself what it is that you're capable of doing in life. All about the possibilities of life. And believe me, if you think about this in the right way, not only are the possibilities there for you, the opportunities to make those possibilities real are also there, right? The possibility is only a possibility. It's never going to happen. It's never going to come about if you don't do anything about it, right? Another mindset problem is when you're still stopping drinking alcohol months after you've left the alcohol behind. Now, we always say here, stop the flow, do the work, move on. Now think about that. Stopping drinking alcohol is the simplest part of this, right? It's simple because all you have to do is not put this stuff inside your mouth. There's only one decision that you have to make. So that's not the complicated part, right? You've stopped drinking on day one as soon as you say to yourself, look, I'm never going back to alcohol again. I'm never going to drink again. I'm never going to put this stuff inside my body again. That should be it. That should be the only thing that you say to yourself about alcohol, right? But it's not. We continuously, and I see this all the time, you're not on your own in this. We continuously battle against the idea that somehow drinking alcohol or drinking a certain amount of alcohol is good for us, right? Drinking only in moderate amounts, right? Drinking responsibly. And this is all bullshit that the alcohol companies have put out there to brainwash you, to lead you into carrying on and continuing to drink their product, because they know once you start on it, it's only going to be a matter of time before you drink more and more and more, just because of the way your body works. The third one is that you leave the pain behind and the motivation goes with it. I hear this a lot as an excuse for people going back. I thought there would be nothing wrong with a drink or two. I thought I could control a couple of drinks, right? I wish that these people had come to me sooner. As soon as they'd started thinking about these things, and we could have worked through these things, right? Overrode a lot of the thoughts that are in there and stick them back into that dark corner of the brain where they came from, right? Motivation is something that needs to be built on, right? It's not something that is going to be there, the motivation that started you out. The motivation of pain, which mostly everyone has when they start out with, the discomfort that they have in the beginning, it's not enough to keep you going into the long term. As soon as the pain is gone, then, the motivation that was riding on the back of that pain is also going to disappear along with it. It's just a fact of life, it's just the way it is. The next point is that the thinking needs to change from what's wrong with a couple of drinks to what's right with it. Nothing. There's nothing right about putting a poison into your body, any amount of this poison into your body. Now, when you're thinking, I can't have one alcoholic drink, or why can't I have one alcoholic drink, or it's just impossible for me to have one alcoholic drink, if that's the way you're explaining yourself, or you're explaining yourself in terms of, I stopped drinking alcohol because I'm an alcoholic, instead of saying, why the hell would I ever want to put that stuff inside my body ever again in my life? Why would I ever want to put that toxin inside my body as long as I live? It's a subtle change in thinking, right? It's a subtle change. But it's in those subtle changes where the long-term success happens. You stop the flow, you do the work, you move on. Now, on our program, Habits V2, most of what we're doing is changing mindsets, right? Changing how you see yourself, see your place in the world, we try and work on your values, we try and work on your habits, the structures of your thoughts. The heavy lifting of a good life is not being strong. It's not having that, know, we talk about it here all the time, persistence, determination, all of those kind of things. Well, you know, those kind of things cost energy. So the less amount of energy that you have to put into those things, the better. So, you know, the heavy lifting is not in having loads of willpower or being strong or any of those kind of things. It's not in making personal sacrifices, although that's part of life. It's in thinking the right ways, thinking in the right ways that make living a good life very easy for you to do, right? The right habits are the best habits, right? The right habits are your best friend. They really help you to live your life effortlessly, right? To do the right thing. And I love that way of thinking. I love the life that I've built for myself because, you know, I've built it not on the things that I can get on the outside. It's built from the inside, you know. It's built bit by bit, stone by stone, brick by brick, thought by thought, changing all that kind of stuff. Now we've got the beginner's guide to getting and staying sober. It's free. It's in the comments down below if you want to get that. Like I said, that's going to be free for a while, so we'll leave it up there. But if you really want my help to never go back to drinking and living the best possible version of yourself, then the best place for you is on our program, right? It costs a little bit of money, but then, you know, that's the way it is. It's where I can be the most valuable to you, right? It's the place I put the most of my time and my energy and my effort. So remember, for those who are still plugged into the old mentality, you're depriving yourself of the chance for a better life. As long as you think poisoning yourself for a buzz is a good idea, you're robbing yourself of the opportunity to experience true happiness and true contentment. You know, the best time to stop putting this poison into your body was 20 years ago. Second best time is right now. So don't wait. Take the next step in your journey, and remember, keep the alcohol out of your mouth and think always onwards and upwards. Take care. Bye now.